3.
Welcome to Arts and Leisure on the HAN Network. This is our weekly program featuring everything that is coming up in the area's music, arts, and entertainment scene. We will interview local artists, authors, musicians, and even some nationally recognized names who may be performing here in our area. We will have movie reviews and film suggestions from the real dad, Mark Schumann, and etiquette tips from Catherine Michaels. This is your all-access pass, and here are your hosts, Arts and Leisure editor Sally Sanders and our entertainment reporter Steve Coulter.
Welcome to Arts and Leisure on the HAN Network. I'm your host, Steve Coulter, joined as always on the couch with my co-host, Sally Sanders. And today we've got a very special guest, Steve Gaspár of the Hollywood All-Star Band. You're coming to the Bijou Theater, big concert. How many people are going to be with you on the stage?
The band for this performance, Steve, will be 10. I mean, we usually average between 10 and 12.
Because you've got people coming in from all over,
Depends
right?
on who's in town and who's not on tour with anyone from Sting to the Allman Brothers.
Right. You grab people from all sorts of different acts, correct?
We do, and I'm really fortunate to have such a growing stable of incredibly talented people to be able to do these shows with me. But this one in particular is really special for us. We've sort of found a little home away from home in the Bijou Theater. We've done, gosh, I want to say maybe 5 or 6 shows prior to this one that's coming up. And I don't know how many people may have read a couple of months ago that the Bijou was suffering some financial problems and going through some changes.
And we should say, for people who don't know, the Bijou Theater is in Bridgeport.
Yeah.
Right, it is. And it's in a really nice area. They're trying to rebuild this area. It's actually the oldest movie house in the United States that has gone through several different incarnations and is currently being used for live performances. And it's a shame because a lot of these places do fall subject to, lack of attendance. And I'm trying to bring a lot of awareness to the theater with this upcoming show on March 24th.
You figure if you get people to come in once and see the theater, they're going to be taken
It's happened
with it.
before, Sally,
Yeah.
where people have come to see us and said, geez, we didn't even know this place existed, and have been back to see.
And so much
other
history
shows.
there, too.
It's a wonderful, wonderful theater. They have cabaret seating as well as theater seating. There's a restaurant across the street called Abucella that has partnered with the Bijou, who will be doing food service for this performance. So
they cater
you
it,
can actually sit there at a table,
And
order
eat.
off the Abucella menu,
wow.
and have food brought across the street.
Oh, that's a special service
Full
right
service
there.
bar. People could dance in the aisles. It's a great night. It's a really fun event.
And so how many times have the All-Stars gotten together? How many times do you guys play here? would you say?
Well, band now is probably 2 years in the running, and we've been concentrating on local theaters. I would say we've probably done a dozen or more shows.
You've been at Fairfield Theater Company.
Fairfield Theater Company, the Katharine Hepburn Cultural Arts Center. We've done Infinity Hall in Norfolk. We're going to be doing the Hartford Infinity Hall
Oh, very cool.
Friday, March 31st. We're going to be back at Fairfield at Stage 1 doing a big Cinco de Mayo concert there on Friday, May 5th. So we have a lot of nice things coming up in the pipeline.
Yeah, and when you were first on the couch, you were doing Stage 1, I think, last summer.
Yes, that's correct.
For people that missed that segment, where did you get the idea of starting this band from?
I had played my whole life in various different bands, and my passion was songwriting. I'm actually a Grammy-nominated songwriter. But had missed being out in front of a live audience, but wanted to do it under my own terms. And I got this brainstorm to put together this super group of all my favorite players out of the stable of people that I know, and it just came together this way. The difficult thing about this is because the people are so in demand, it's really hit or miss who I could get to play for any one of these given shows.
And you might have a hole in the lineup at the last
We
minute.
may, and you know what, Sally? I mean, rather than try to fill that hole with someone else, I'm trying to stay as true to the concept and not dilute the brand by trying to hire sub-players. So when people do come to see the band, it's the band all the time.
Yeah, you don't want to cheapen the noise
I
at all,
really
right?
don't. I really don't. It's something that I'm doing for passion, so in that regard, I'd rather wait until everyone's available to book the shows.
How many people fit in the Bijou?
The Bijou is approximately 225 seats.
So it's a really nice, intimate
It's beautiful.
performance.
It really, really is, and we've had so many people come and ask us when we're going to be back there. For anyone watching, it is Friday, March 24th. I know you guys will give the website.
Yeah.
Tickets are available. We're strongly urging everyone to try to pre-purchase because we would really like to get this sold out to bring funds into the theater, as well as bring awareness to the fact that the Bijou is alive and well, and there are a lot of great things going on down there.
Yeah, Bridgeport does not want to see it go anywhere.
No,
Yeah.
I'm sure we all heard that Gathering of the Vibes is not happening again this year.
We need as much music as we can
I
get,
would
right?
hate to see the Bijou become another Bridgeport casualty, and at that point everyone would be sitting there saying, "Oh, what a shame." Well, the time to prevent that from happening is now, folks.
2017,
get the tickets.
Get
The Hollywood
active.
All-Stars on Friday, March 24th at the Bijou. We promise you an incredible night of entertainment, and you'll be doing something to save a local landmark. So it's really a win-win.
Are you a
Preserving
local
history.
boy?
I am from Trumbull my entire life.
Okay.
And for all the different parts of the world that I've traveled to, this is home for me. It always just feels like home. It's one of those small towns where you could walk into Starbucks and see, all your friends and people you know, and I like that. I really do.
It's nothing better, right?
No, it's great. It really, really is.
Now, besides yourself, who are some of the people you're going to be playing with?
For this show, and again, it's the band, Joel Rosenblatt is on drums. Joel has played with Spyro Gyra, Manhattan Transfer. Andy Abel on guitar, who's another Trumbull fella, has toured with Blood, Sweat, and Tears. The bass player's from Art Garfunkel's band. Sax player from the Allman Brothers Band. And we have fronting the band for this show two incredible vocalists, Timmy Maya and Christine Tambakis, both of whom are just amazing in their own right. But when you put the two of them together, it really, really is something very special.
And what kind of music?
You know what, Sally? What we did is we pulled from the catalogs of many of the artists that these guys have toured with.
Okay.
James Brown, Sly and the Family Stone, Eric Clapton, and we put our own spin on a lot of these songs. So they are songs you'll be familiar with, but you probably haven't heard them like this before.
Yeah.
Which is really, really cool because people sit there and say, we know that song, but I don't remember hearing it like that. So it's, an original version of a cover band.
That's when you
will.
know when you're jamming.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
They know
right.
the song, but they haven't heard it like that.
Right,
Exactly.
exactly, Steve.
How often do you guys get together to rehearse?
Rehearsal. I'm lucky if I can get together for the
Okay.
shows. We're lucky if we get one rehearsal per event.
Yeah.
And we've done it enough times now where everyone is familiar enough. I do try to change the set list a little bit from show to show so people aren't hearing the exact same songs over and over. But if we get one good rehearsal before each show, we're good. We're good to go.
So it's kind of like jazz. You're really
It
just
really
playing
is.
off each other.
And you know what? This band on its worst day is still one of the best bands I've ever worked with. It really is a real thrill.
That must be really exciting.
It is. It really is.
Well, Steve, thank you so much for coming on the couch.
Okay,
the website for the Bijou is...
The Bijou. Sorry?
That's okay.
I did it wrong. BijouTheater.org, and that's theater with an R-E.
RE.org.
So it's BIJOUTHEATRE.org. And if you want to call, it's 203-331-8156.
Right, and pre-ordering tickets is really,
buy
really
them now,
recommended
right?
for this.
Yeah.
The Bijou's at 275 Fairfield Avenue in Bridgeport.
Exactly right.
If
And
you
let's
want to
make
stop
sure the
by and check it out beforehand, feel free.
You feel free.
Yeah.
Let's make sure we keep the Bijou alive and well, right?
Thank you, Steve.
And
It's,
show-
it's really a wonderful, wonderful venue. So.
Yeah.
And that's March 24th at 8, and doors open at 7.
Correct.
Well, best of luck. Thank you again
Steve,
for coming
thank you
on.
very much for having me. And
Yeah.
Sally, thank you.
Oh.
You guys are great. I appreciate your help very much.
Of course,
Good luck with
anytime.
Thank you.
We're going to head to our first commercial break. We're going to talk a little TV when we come back.
Get a fresh start to the new year by shaking up your meal routine. Walter Stewart's Market is your local source for a delicious selection of fresh and convenient salad shakers, like Southwest salad with chicken, Cobb with organic chicken, Power Vegan with fruit and quinoa, Greek salad with tabbouleh, and grilled shrimp with hominy. Grab one from our salad case or order from our deli today. Walter Stewart's Market, 229 Elm Street, New Canaan, or shop online at stewartsmarket.com.
It's all about meeting goals this year, and Trinity CrossFit of Ridgefield has experienced trainers, top-of-the-line equipment, and a newly renovated space to help get you there. Offering more classes per day than any other CrossFit gyms in the area, we cater to all fitness levels. Our coaches have a combined 10 years of experience in CrossFit, and as competitors themselves, Trinity coaches can get you ready for competition in 2017. Visit our convenient location on Route 7, Danbury Road, or find out more at trinitycrossfit.com.
Whether you're looking for the freshest seafood, the perfect steak, or want to share delicious appetizers, look no further than the Stone's Throw in Seymour. Chef Peter Hom has more than 30 years of experience creating original recipes in his American eclectic style. Our dishes are made from scratch with fresh, local ingredients that pair perfectly with a seasonal craft beer, a signature cocktail, or your favorite wine. When you visit our Riverside location, you'll feel like you're on vacation when you're only a stone's throw from home. Visit us on Roosevelt Drive in Seymour or at StonesThrowCT.com.
Are you ready for winter? Ski and Sport has everything you need to be fully outfitted for the season. A family-owned and operated business with over 40 years of experience, Ski and Sport's 3 convenient locations in Fairfield County offer top-quality, high-fashion ski and winter wear. In addition to clothing for men, women, and children, we also offer seasonal rentals for the entire family. Stop by our stores on 1 Ethan Allen Highway in Ridgefield, 877 Post Road East in Westport, and at 110 Main Street in New Canaan, or visit us at skiandsport.net.
Give your day a jumpstart with the latest news, sports, weather, and more on Coffee Break, live on the HAN Network, weekdays at 11 a.m. Connecticut news doesn't get any more local than on Coffee Break. Give your day a jumpstart with the latest news, sports, weather, and more on Coffee Break, live on the HAN Network, weekdays at 11 a.m. Connecticut news doesn't get any more local than on Coffee Break. Give your day a jumpstart with the latest news, sports, weather, and more on Coffee Break, live on the HAN Network, weekdays at 11 a.m. Connecticut news doesn't get any more local than on Coffee Break. Give your day a jumpstart with the latest news, sports, weather, and more on Coffee Break, live on the HAN Network, weekdays at 11 a.m. Connecticut news doesn't get any more local than on Coffee Break. Give your day a jumpstart with the latest news, sports, weather, and more.
Welcome back to Arts and Leisure on the HAN Network. We're going to talk a little TV. We've done enough movies, right? Movie season's almost, yeah.
We're waiting now for the
Oscars, yeah.
And,
Good time for TV.
Good time for
There's
TV.
a lot of bad movies out after the Oscar fair goes out of theaters, so it's a perfect time to stay home and watch a few TV series. What have you been catching on the tube?
Well, I just caught yesterday Love and Friendship, which has been out there for a while. It was a theatrical release and is now available on Netflix. And it's this great Jane Austen novella that stars Kate Beckinsale. And she's a narcissistic,
Very
totally,
selfish.
totally self-centered, would lie as soon as tell the truth. Widow whose daughter she's trying to marry off to a rich
And the daughter is Chloe Sevigny?
No, Chloe Sevigny is her partner in crime, her best friend. And they plot together. But it's totally Jane Austen's language and The costuming is beautiful. The countryside is gorgeous.
Of course.
A lot of good British actors that would be familiar to people who like costume dramas on the BBC.
And the big one, the big British costume drama is The Crown. Have you been watching that or no?
Oh yes, I went right through that.
Picking up awards left and right.
Yes.
Can't be stopped.
Yes. Claire Foy, who was in Wolf Hall the year before, is just an excellent actress, and she has that kind of British stiff upper lip, stiff-spined, duty, honor,
right,
going very well, and also the vulnerability of a young woman who's got a
lot of power.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, it's kind of interesting to contrast right now on TV. They're also have started showing Victoria on PBS.
They've got two of them. It's crazy.
Yeah.
People love the British period dramas.
But John Lithgow just picked up an award. Was it Screen Actors Guild, I think, for...
He won at the Golden Globes. I know that, I think, right?
For playing her Winston Churchill. And he's, I think, the only American in the cast. They just kind of...
It is funny that he was casted as Winston Churchill.
Well, to have figured out that he would do so well, he was surprised. But the costuming they did for him, he kind of is. They have him kind of bent over. They've kind of changed his face with makeup, and I think maybe some prosthetics.
I was going to say you have to change the way he looks. He doesn't really look like Winston Churchill at all.
But he has the power. He really projects the ego and the power that Winston Churchill was famous for.
He commands respect.
Yes.
There's another actor who commands a lot of attention and respect, and that's Billy Bob Thornton.
Oh my
goodness. He's got Goliath on Amazon, right?
Yes, and I think they've finally announced that they're going to do a second season. It's a great show. Have you seen the whole?
I've watched the pilot. I have not gotten into it yet, other than that, though.
Yeah. It's got a lot of good character actors in it. One of my favorites was Nina Arianda. She plays Patty Solis Papazian, who's like this low-rent lawyer who picks up a case, and she drags Billy Bob Thornton, who is a drunk low-rent lawyer.
A loser, basically.
A loser, well, who used to be the head of a major firm that John Hurt is the head of.
William Hurt.
William Hurt. John Hurt's the other actor. Thank you. So Billy Bob Thornton likes his whiskey, and Patty is trying to make her first, $1,000.
Yeah.
She's looking for something small, and he goes huge with this. And it turns out that there's so many twists and turns in this, and his ex-wife is involved in it, and her
Billy Bob has an ex-wife? No way.
Yes, Maria Bello, who's excellent.
Oh yeah, I love her. She's great.
And Molly Parker
from Weeds.
Yeah, and also from House of Cards is in it. And who else? Oh, Tanya Raimondi, who plays a hooker who works for Billy Bob as a researcher.
Because every lawyer has to have a hooker, right?
Well,
hooker researcher, I should say.
Well, he got her out of jail at some point, apparently. But she's really, really good. And I can't wait for the next season. It's going to be awesome.
And that's not the only show on TV about lawyers. Of course, there's Better Call Saul on AMC. Bob Odenkirk is still plugging along there in New Mexico, right?
He is, and Jonathan Banks as
Mike Ehrmantraut.
Mike Ehrmantraut. The two of them, they kind of do parallel stories in the first two seasons, and I think season 3 is coming out in April.
Yeah, and Gus Fring is coming back.
So we hear.
Yeah, they got Giancarlo Esposito to come back.
Yeah. There was some suggestion that as this evolves, you're also going to see Bryan Cranston again.
That would be lovely.
There were hints in the
that would be
trailer
great.
for the third season.
Everybody wants to see Walter again, I'm sure.
Yeah, yeah. But there's a I can't think of the name of the actor, but he plays Tuco. He's a
of course, Tuco. Yeah, I'm drawing a blank on the actor myself, but yeah, he's in Better Call Saul now.
Yeah, and he's just so intense. He's really good.
Now, we talked about Goliath on Amazon. Netflix has the new show. Neil Patrick Harris is in a series of unfortunate events. You've caught that as well?
Yes, and Neil Patrick Harris is almost unrecognizable with the
I would say he looks nothing like the Barney Stinson from How I Met Your Mother. It's like the whole other new person.
Yeah, but he's the Count in this one. And the children, the actors are both excellent, and they have a baby who's just phenomenal. They just keep plunking this baby down, and this baby babbles, and then they give subtitles for the baby, so you know what the baby's saying.
Oh, okay, that's always helpful.
But the costuming is great. The whole art of it is very good. The scenery is excellently done, and it really sets the tone for it. And the narrator, who's Patrick Warburton, he's perfect as the narrator, which is the voice of Lemony Snicket.
Right, of course.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to seeing that whole series.
Yeah. What else are you watching besides the ones we've gone over?
Well, I was going to just suggest for people who haven't seen it yet, Stranger Things is something you really have to pick up on.
And the teaser trailer came last night during the Super Bowl for people that haven't watched.
Yeah. That came out in August of last year?
July.
So we would expect it to be back this summer?
It's coming out on Halloween. That was the big announcement last night. Yeah.
So you have to wait longer.
Hey, I can wait a little bit if you can. If you haven't watched it, though, you got to watch. Stranger Things is a must.
That's something to really see. Sneaky Pete has just come out on Netflix, and that's just a great show.
No, that's on Amazon.
Or it's Amazon? Yeah. Giovanni Ribisi and Margot Martindale and assorted others.
He takes the identity of a man he's been in prison with.
Yes, who's the grandson of the character played by Margot Martindale.
Right.
And they're bail bondsmen. That's the family business. So he kind of gets involved in that and also trying to cover up on the money that he owes to, who, of all people, Bryan Cranston.
Bryan Cranston, that's right.
Yeah.
Guy can't get out of TV, can he?
Well, and he can't get out of playing really bad guys, too. So that's what I'm catching up on. And also looking forward to The Return of Bosch. If you haven't seen that, that's another Amazon one.
Yeah. I have not caught that, but Titus
Welliver,
thank you. He's up from Lost. Yeah, I love that guy. He's a great actor.
He is a great actor, and they've had 2 really solid seasons, so I'm expecting
So you're looking forward to that one?
Yeah.
Big Little Lies is coming on HBO with Nicole Kidman and Reese Witherspoon next weekend. So that's one I'm looking forward to. Should be a good one.
There's one more I wanted to mention, which is the Santa Clarita Diet.
Yes, we saw that on the Super Bowl last night as well.
Yeah. Drew Barrymore and Timothy Olyphant. And
that could be a lot of fun.
Well, it's sort of like a combination of I'm not sure what, and zombies and...
ghouls and ghosts.
Yeah, but very sunny California.
Very. Well, Sally, that's great TV breakdown. There's plenty on the TV docket. There's a never-ending amount of good series to watch.
Well, that's the thing. You know, there's never enough time to catch up on all the great things
impossible.
that are there. The Night Manager, The Night Of, if you haven't seen
those.
Yes,
Night Of, Night Manager, both brilliant.
Still there.
Yep, from last year. So you could catch up here in February, watch some old TV shows. There's plenty of new ones coming out.
Yeah, there's
streaming
not going to be a lot in
services.
the theaters for a while.
So catch some good TV. We're going to head to our second commercial break. When we come back, we're going to do a little bit of Valentine's Day etiquette.
Yeah, a little prep.
Have a sports injury or slip and fall that needs immediate care? Coastal Ortho Express Urgent Care gives you direct access to an orthopedic specialist fast, without an appointment. Basketball, hockey, skiing, whatever the sports injury is, sprain or fracture, Coastal Ortho Express can help. Coastal Ortho Express Urgent Care, open Monday through Saturday, now in 2 locations. The iPark Building at 761 Main Avenue in Norwalk and 36 Old Kings Highway South in Darien. Or go to coastalorthoexpress.com, like them on Facebook.
Want a new experience in car buying? No aggravation, no confrontation, just answers to all your questions. Gap Chrysler. Largest selections of new 2- and 4-door Jeep Wranglers available. We are Connecticut's Wrangler headquarters, located in Fairfield, Connecticut. We're easy to get to, just 2.5 miles off the Merritt Parkway, exit 44 via Route 58 South. Save thousands right now during the Start Something New sales event, now through January 31st.
Are you looking for new opportunity this year? How does growing a business with unlimited income potential sound? Christy Kinsman is a local entrepreneur building a global health and wellness business in Fairfield County. Offering cutting-edge anti-aging skincare, all botanically based and paraben-free, and a complete vegan, clean-eating nutritional plan, Christy's looking for business partners that can help get others healthier while taking advantage of an untapped market. Take that first step to freedom from the 9-to-5 grind by learning more about the products and our mentorship program. Contact Christy at thelittlehouseshop@yahoo.com.
Well, there's still a bite out on the water. Most anglers have decided to stow the gear for the winter. Just because Mother Nature isn't cooperating doesn't mean you can't see the latest models of all your favorite gear. With 2 convenient locations, it couldn't be easier to get your fix of summer. Boater, beach bum, fisherman, or simply love the New England coast, this is a unique place to shop. The Dock Shop, 51 Tokenique Road, Darien, 609 Riverside Avenue, Westport, or on the web, dockshop.com.
Discover a world of wellness in the heart of New Canaan. Halo Studios, New Canaan's first collaborative wellness center, offers you the freedom to choose from the best and latest health, fitness, and wellness options. Inside Halo Studios, you'll find all the wellness experts you need at places like Halo Fitness, Priority Wellness, and Sama Yoga Center. Come by for a free wellness assessment, open 7 days a week at 45 Grove Street. For more information, visit halostudios.com or call 203-594-9909.
Hi, I'm Denise DiGregoli, host of The Drive, here every Tuesday on the HN Network. It's about how you fuel your mind, your body, your spirit that creates the life you live, with people, places, ideas, and organizations that move us forward mindfully and consciously. Tune into The Drive here on the HN Network, Tuesdays at 12:30.
Welcome back to Arts and Leisure. For our final segment today, we're going to do a little bit of etiquette for Valentine's Day, which is next Tuesday. We're not going to have a show next week, so we thought we'd do Valentine's Day a little bit early, get people prepared.
We asked our friend
Catherine
Michaels,
she
who
came
writes
up with
the etiquette column for us.
Some great tips.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of nerves around Valentine's Day. If you're in a new relationship, you don't know whether or not you want to go big or how do you want to play it. That's, I guess, the first question on the list, right?
Well, and Catherine's recommendation, and it's an etiquette point too, is that you shouldn't go big if you're just in a relationship for a few dates or something. But you want to honor the day. So you might consider something like chocolate, flowers, but nothing too huge. No,
so no jewelry.
Certainly no jewelry. Certainly no jewelry.
Hey, we've been on 3 dates. Here's some jewelry.
Certainly not. Not a weekend in the city.
Yeah.
Just keep it.
You can
keep
save
it cool.
that for the spring. If it's a young relationship.
Yeah.
So what about people that are kind of entrenched in their relationships? People that are either a couple years under their belt or.
Well, then jewelry is definitely the big
play.
Yeah, the play.
Is that what Catherine is telling us?
She is.
Break out the wallet.
Break out the wallet. You've got to be a little cautious with that too. You don't want to come out with a box that looks like a ring if you're not going there yet.
Right.
So
are you talking to me specifically?
You'll know what to do when the time comes.
I would hope so. Yeah. What about people that are dealing with Valentine's Day disappointments? These are for the people that say, it's a Hallmark holiday, I'm not going to celebrate it.
Well, she had a couple of ideas of people who had various problems with Valentine's Day.
The big ones always work. You're out of town or you're working
away,
late, and it's a Tuesday this year, so it's like, when do you celebrate it? Do you celebrate it Sunday the 12th? Do you celebrate it?
Oh, Valentine's Day is Valentine's Day is Valentine's Day.
You have to celebrate on Tuesday the 14th, yeah. And Tuesday holidays are just the worst.
So, but if it's impossible, there's nothing wrong with agreeing on a postponement.
Right.
And planning something special for Saturday or Friday. You'll get better food at the restaurant, better service because it won't be so crowded, perhaps.
Sure.
And if you're even thinking about bringing flowers on this special date, you'll get better flowers.
That's true.
So.
And you can have a few drinks too.
It's all good.
Right? Because you can't have a drink on Tuesday night. You'll feel bad come Wednesday morning. But the big thing I think Catherine was pointing out is the communication is key. You've got to agree, like you said, on a date.
Yeah.
And if it's someone that's not respecting the holiday, you have to communicate, this is something that I would like to celebrate and do something special on.
Yeah, I mean, there are various attitudes on holidays, and I'm married to someone who, for example, thinks New Year's Eve is
overrated.
A non-holiday as far as he's concerned. Valentine's he's good on.
Yeah.
But you have to have an understanding between the two people in a couple on
something you should talk about during your Valentine's Day dinner, maybe. Which holidays you want to celebrate, which ones you don't.
Yeah.
I think it's a good idea. It's a good rule of thumb, good etiquette. What about workplace etiquette?
Well, yeah, Catherine was talking about that with me and said that, Valentine's Day at the office should be treated with some respect for the feelings of others. So if your sweetie sends you a big bouquet of flowers, inappropriate to walk around the office with the bouquet of flowers saying, "See what I got." It's fine to put it on your desk.
Or leave it on like the lunchroom table or something like that too.
Or leave it at the front desk with your name tag on it for a long period of time.
I'm special.
Well, but fine to leave it on your desk and show it off there. People can admire it if they want to. Sending or giving cards at the office is another question. Do you do it? I mean, Valentine's, it seems kind of schoolish, but some people are really just so excited by the holiday that they can't resist.
Now, these are non-intimate people, just people that you work with?
Yeah, work buddies.
Gotcha.
So you got to aim for something funny.
Right. You can't be, yeah, exactly. You can't teeter the line of
no
romantic.
romance there. Yeah.
Strictly funny.
And her final suggestion, which I think is a really good one, is if you really feel you have to celebrate Valentine's Day at the office, make cookies, make some nice heart-shaped
Something to share
cookies,
with other people, right?
Or brings a box of chocolates,
Yeah.
you know, and make it a social event, but not a romantic one.
Yeah, I liked that point in her article because the flowers, it's like you can't give those out to people and they're so for you. But, you know, bringing in a box of chocolates and sharing that's the best way to celebrate any holiday, in my opinion.
It's a holiday that brightens up a really grim month usually. So.
Yeah. And February is,
We should
certainly, exactly. And then, February is a short month, but it is kind of a cold winter month.
Well, so far,
Yeah.
maybe.
And that concludes the Valentine's Day segment. We thank Catherine for writing up the questions and answers for us. And thank you, Sally, for playing Catherine today.
My pleasure.
We'll be back in 2 weeks with Mark. We're going to do our favorite Oscar snubs and do our predictions for the show. That's on the 24th, I believe. Our show, next show will be February 20th, 2 Mondays from now. Have a good day, everybody, and thanks for watching.